Damn it. Welcome to the Vegas Benchwarmer channel. We're on the Benchwarmer podcast. My name is Eric. He hate me 702. As always, he's not to the right of me. He's down below.
Jeremy with a G.
And returning, it's been a minute since he's been on the show. But you know he's here to talk some shit. Go ahead and introduce yourself, boss.
It's Iced Baby 6, as usual, man. Got to change that name eventually. I'm about to be 30. Yeah, back again, man. It's been a while. Moved into a new spot, so I don't got the room set up just yet. We're getting there, but yeah, man. Yeah, ready to talk some. Man, I've been dying to talk football. I've been dying to talk sports.
Let's go. Well, let's just get into it. Lamar Jackson. Let's start off right, big bang. I know you got some shit you want to talk about because you almost let it slip before we joined on the show. So go ahead, let it rip. What is your thoughts on this Lamar Jackson stuff?
I was really looking forward to Lamar Jackson being in Atlanta. You follow me on Twitter, so you've seen it. I was up in arms. I was like, yeah, let's get him. Let's get Lamar. Like, we've got the money. We're the only ones with the money and no quarterback because the Bears have more money than us, and that's about it. But they're sticking with Justin Fields. So I was ready for Lamar to come to Atlanta. But the more and more people that we picked up in free agency, it just looked less realistic that he was coming to Atlanta. But I think it's collusion. I think the owners are colluding right now. I think that everybody's like, we're definitely not giving him $250 million guaranteed. We shouldn't have given it to Deshaun Watson. So as owners, we got to band together and we got to say no to this guy. We'll give him his money that we think he deserves, but we're not about to have this be the new precedent just yet. Maybe 5 years down the road, maybe 3 years down the road or next year when Burrow gets paid. We know Burrow's going to get paid. We know Josh Allen's going to get paid. So I don't see why we wouldn't just go ahead and give this money to Lamar now. This is the new standard, but this is where the line is drawn. This is what it is. This is what you're getting paid, and we're not going above that because I think that they're thinking if we give Lamar this now, we're going to have to pay Burrow $300 million guaranteed. We're going to have to give Josh Allen $350 million guaranteed because of the running. We're going to have to give Jalen Hurts $400 guaranteed because of the fucking running. So I don't know. I don't think if he had an agent, it'd be any different because it's Deshaun Watson. So, but the Browns are the Browns. So
I think if he had an agent, it would be way different.
Really?
Because right now the problem that you have is who controls the narrative. It's not him. He just started coming out to control the narrative, and people are telling him to shut the fuck up. The problem is, did we know that Lamar Jackson asked for a trade in the beginning of March? No, we did not. We did not know that he didn't want fully guaranteed money. He just wanted a higher percentage than Watson got. So he wants more guaranteed than what Watson got. So if Watson got 230, he wants 235.
Yeah, you're right.
So that's now. Do you think if teams would have known that in the beginning of March before they started making all their moves, he wouldn't have been a hot topic like Aaron Rodgers?
You're making the assumption that just because we as the public didn't know this, that he wasn't reaching out to other teams and saying, hey, I asked for a trade. Keep it on the hush, but this is what's happening. This is what I kind of want. You've got to talk to teams. We don't know what he's doing. It's March. The season's been over for 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, he was talking to teams. I think that just because it wasn't public doesn't mean that he didn't talk to Atlanta. He didn't go and talk to Indianapolis and the Commanders. He didn't go and talk to, everybody who needs a quarterback. It just takes a phone call these days.
But how did Deshaun Watson get his money? It was public.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Unfortunately, in this day and age that we live in, social media is a huge fucking thing. So everybody knew. And then once Baker Mayfield said, I'm done, that's when Cleveland had no choice. You have to get everybody on your side. Right now, people are still saying he runs too much. He doesn't. And then that's what the narrative is. So we can say, hey, he could be talking to the GMs, but when the GMs turn on the TV, what do they hear? And we know that affects him. Steve Kerr said that affected him with JaVale McGee. So, I mean, that stuff kind of affects the coaches and the GMs that don't really see you on a regular basis. So I think also, I'm not saying he's not smart, But there's only so many Richard Shermans and Laremy Tunsil's in the NFL. I'm just saying, that man needs an agent.
I agree with you, though. I do think he needs an agent. I don't think he's doing a very good job. And he's still young, man. Like I said, I'm 28 right now, bro. And I'm thinking about me trying to make a $250 million deal and like going over it with my mom, bro. No way, Jose. I mean, no. And he's what, 25, 26?
26.
My God, bro. I can't. I wouldn't be able to do it. And I'm 28 and I got 3 kids, man, that I take care of. So, I mean, just like, yeah, it's tough. You're not gonna get it figured out with your mom, because you gotta have other things in place. If you want that fully guaranteed money, you gotta understand that you're gonna get injured from running. You gotta understand that you gotta put other things in to help the team and yourself, so you guys can come to an agreement. Yeah, I mean, an agent makes sense. I don't understand. I mean, him not having an agent is another young guy thing. I think he's like, I can just do it. Like, I'm 21, I'm 22, I can just figure it out.
Yeah,
Man.
no, that to me is also you need somebody that knows how to sell. You've got, like, when they come to you and say Lamar, yeah, well, you get injured a lot. How are you emotionally going to detach yourself from that? What do you mean I get injured a lot? You see what the team does? The team hands me the ball and puts me as running back. That's not my fault. It's totally different when an agent comes in and goes, yeah, but you're not going to use him the same way they use Lamar. You've seen them line him up. So he has to be able to spin it. And there's been multiple times during this whole entire thing that I'm just like, I know there are tons of players that do it without an agent. Get one, or at least have one in your corner. Maybe you're not giving him negotiating, but at least give you realistic fucking advice. Because now you're out here bringing up injuries, telling people the truth, saying goodbye to the fans. And how are you going to say, if he's going to sit out, I'm fine with that. I'm completely fine with that. But
you do it 8 games. Isn't that a new rule, though?
What?
That he can only do it for like 8 games. He has to play 8 games to get the franchise tag money, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, if he sits out, he doesn't get paid.
He can play 8 games and then sit out, or he can sit. Yep. If he sits out for 8 games, he's not going to be able to play. So he would have to play the first 8.
Yep.
And then be like, okay, I did my part now. Yep. That's it. I got to save myself for my next team, which, I mean, could be good and look really bad at the same time. I don't know how it's going to play out, man.
Oh, he's getting traded.
Yeah, my mock draft right here has got him. It's got the Baltimore Ravens picking 4. So
you're saying he's going to the Colts?
Man, I don't know how they're going to get the money. Honestly, I think the cap is a myth, but I think they'll figure it out and find a way to get those picks over to Baltimore. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I agree. He doesn't want to pay. No, I don't. Honestly, I don't even know if it's that. I just think he's getting bad outside advice. I mean, I get it, but when you get $230 fucking million, the fuck is 5%? Like, I know to us it's a lot of fucking money, but I think he's just getting bad advice. I think it works for certain people, but I think a lot of times when most of your business is your family, it is very, very hard for that to work. Very hard. Because again, you can't take that emotional attachment out. And now how are you going to get rid of your fucking mom?
Who fired their mom? Usher, right? Usher.
Yeah, that's what I'm. So yeah, So how you gonna get rid of him? Like that. I think at first he thought he could do it. His mom said he could do it, or he wasn't down with the agent, or he fired his agent. Whatever happened, but now it's not every look. I couldn't do it. I bet you 90% of us sitting that watch YouTube couldn't fucking do that shit. So I don't know. Yeah, he could be the one.
And think about playing at a high level at quarterback, former MVP quarterback. Like, no thanks.
Yeah.
I got too much on my plate, man. Like,
it's not worth my time. It's not worth my time.
Man, yeah. But then you gotta, man. You're right. I don't know.
I could remake that. I could remake that money by not talking on the phone to fucking people, by not calling clubs. That man's got to stay on. That man's got to stay on the club consistently. Man, get out of here.
No.
I know. I saw it. I read it before because it was so fucking long. That man, he's got to stay on the phone consistently. So while my agent may take fucking $12 million, but let me go make that $12 million someplace else while you're on the phone handling all this business that I need to have. Like now you got to be your agent, and we've seen Jerry Maguire. Them motherfuckers don't sleep. So yeah, no, I'm not with that. But you say the Colts. Let's get into your pick because you say the Colts.
They need a quarterback. They need something different. They've had the same exact quarterback in there since Peyton Manning, bro. It's just like, I mean, if you look at it, that's just their history of quarterbacks. It's Peyton Manning, Andrew Luck, Carson Wentz, Matt Ryan. These are like all the same guy to me. Phillip Rivers, yeah, he blended right in. I didn't.
Jacoby Brissett.
I mean, yeah, he's the black version of that, bro. Yes. He is the black version of that. It's just unbelievable. They've had the same guy at quarterback. They need something different there. So I think they're either going to take Anthony Richardson because of Steichen, the guy who came over from the Eagles to head coach them now. I think they might take Anthony Richardson, but I think they're going to try to work out a trade. And they're the only ones who have been public and been like, yeah, I mean, when a guy like Lamar's out there, you got to do the work. So they publicly said that, and they're the only team that has admitted, yeah. Or the only team that hasn't said we're not interested in Lamar, which I don't understand. That's got to be collusion. That's collusion. That part is signed off on me because everyone should be interested. I don't care about the money. You're stupid. You're running a fucking franchise, a company, man.
How much value does he bring to your franchise? That's the key. Jeremy, what do you think?
Second round.
What do you think about the free agents, the non-agent, and the Colts? I'm going his pick to the Colts.
Look, I think at this point he needs to get an agent. He's not helping himself by going to Twitter and putting his own version out there now. I mean, it's this late in the game. I mean, he should have done that from day one when everybody was talking about, oh, he wants a guaranteed contract, which makes me think he did want a fully guaranteed contract, but now he knows he's not going to get it. Now he's changed his mind and saying, oh, I never wanted a fully guaranteed contract. But he wants more guaranteed money than Deshaun Watson, which
how's it not a fully guaranteed contract?
That's why I think I read his tweet and I was like, what?
He wants to sign for $400 and only $231 guaranteed.
So he's not asking for a fully guaranteed contract. He just wants his guarantees to be more than what Deshaun Watson got. Look,
yes. That's totally different than what.
As soon as I read that tweet, that took Mark Davis out of the picture because Mark Davis ain't got $240 million to put in a fucking account somewhere.
Which that's another thing people don't understand. That's why the NFL doesn't want fully guaranteed contracts, because when the contract is guaranteed fully in the NFL, they have to take that money and put it in a trust account. And so they have to have $240 million that they can liquidate, whatever, and put it in a fucking trust account. So what do you think? Go ahead, Jeremy. My bad.
I have no idea where he ends up.
Do you think he gets traded before the draft, after the draft?
I mean, I could see scenarios where he gets traded during the draft. But I mean, who's got that much money? Other than Haslam and his stupid ass that started all this.
Right now, it's only $35 million. They only have to have enough cap for what he is contracted at right now. It's $35 million. That's it.
So I mean, I think it's gonna be after the draft because I think everybody wants to keep their first round picks this year. So then it's gonna be after the draft. So then they'll give up the 24 and 25 first, or 24 first and whatever. Well, no, they have to give up 2 first.
Yeah,
224 first would be ideal for a team that can grab another first round pick this year, and then trade for him right after the draft. Those 2 first round picks next year. I think that'd be the best bet for a team. But I honestly realistically, I do have the Colts trading in my mock draft for Lamar Jackson, but I just wanted to shake my draft up. Realistically, I do have him staying in Baltimore. I don't think this gets worked out. I think he's forced to play on the franchise tag this year in Baltimore. I think it's real ugly. I think it gets really, really ugly there. But yeah, I realistically have him staying in Baltimore because the money doesn't make sense. Nothing he's saying is really making sense right now, and that makes me sad, bro, because I love Lamar.
I don't think he goes to Baltimore. I think he leaves. I'm with Jeremy. I think it happens after the draft. Kansas, come here, mamas. Leave mama alone. Come here. I think it happens after the draft. And the reason why I think it happens after the draft is because I think a lot of people that are going to miss out on what they thought they could have, they're not going to get what they wanted. See if somebody's going to trade up. I could definitely see a team making moves to trade back to get a couple first round picks, so that way they can draft for it. I also think it's going to be a team that comes out of nowhere. I think it's going to be a team that nobody is talking about. People are talking about, the Patriots. I don't think that will ever work. People keep saying the Colts. I think the Colts are way too enamored with Will Levis or Anthony Richardson in the draft, and I think they're kind of tired of doing the song and dance of getting another quarterback. Even though I think Lamar Jackson. I've been so wrong on my prediction, so I'm not even saying it's a fucking prediction. But I have a weird, sneaky feeling that if the Washington Commanders sell goes through, and because there's 2 offers right now for $6 billion on the table, if that goes through and they do something very similar to what happened with the Suns, because he's going to be a new owner that wants to make an immediate splash. He's going to have to recoup the money that he needs. I could definitely see a new owner going out and getting Lamar, making a trade to get Lamar, because they can say what the fuck they want about Sam, whatever the fuck his name is, Howell. But they make a direct trade or something. They trade back, whatever they got to do. But I could definitely see. And that's only if it gets sold. If Fucknuts is still the fucking owner, no, he's not going there. But the guy will want to come in, make a splash. He'll need more money, more assets coming in, and he'll have to redo that franchise. So why not start with selling out tickets? So yeah, that is my scenario on Lamar. But I think we're sitting here talking about this. Sam, how my ass. I think we'll be talking about this, just like I said with Aaron Rodgers, now late into the summer. Because there's no reason. Once the draft passed, there's no reason to hurry up and do it. And I think there's too much. People think there's too much talent, and they don't know what people are doing in this draft to trade that 4 pick. Now, I'm saying he's amazing, but the Colts also hang up fucking AFC championship banners or division banners, so fuck them. They do stupid shit. Ravens messed it up. They should have signed him when he won MVP. They definitely should have signed him. They've messed up twice now. They did that with Joe Flacco. After he gets traded to the Lions. See, I keep hearing that trade too. I don't like that trade.
The Lions do it this year. Why wouldn't they have 2 first-round picks this year? And
because the Ravens would have to take Jared Goff's contract, or they would have to cut Jared. Remember, Jared Goff is still on that $125 million guaranteed contract that he signed right after the Super Bowl. Yeah,
less than $231 million.
I know, but that's going to be the problem. They would have to find a trade partner for Goff. And I really don't think they want to I don't think the coach wants to get rid of Goff. It's not that I don't think he doesn't like Lamar. I think he likes what Goff brings to the table. Mamas, leave her alone. Put some respect on my man, on my Sam Howell. Kansas, come here. Come on. My wife is sleeping on the couch and my dog is trying to wake her the fuck up. Come here, mamas. She's hopping all happy. So hold on. Jeremy, what do you think when I said about the Commanders?
Huh?
Come on. Come here.
Lamar to the Commanders.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see it. Not if Dan and Tanya are there.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see Dan and Tanya agreeing to the trade, and then the next day they sell the team, and then it's on a new owner to put the money in the account.
Yep.
I could see that too. That would be the ideal scenario there. Just to make a big splash, and then the fans love you forever, even though you're a scumbag. And
I'm still not sure Atlanta isn't going to get him.
I wanna say no. If Atlanta does get him, bro, I told my cousin this yesterday. If Atlanta does end up getting him on top of all the players that they already have, and they get to find a way to keep their draft pick this year, that team will win the Super Bowl like very soon. Very soon. That's a Super Bowl team. I mean, Jesse Bates, David Onyemata, Calais Campbell. Are you kidding me? Like, they just, I don't know. This is the best defensive Falcons have had in a while. They end up getting Lamar Jackson.
And that's why
in the NFC?
Yes. In the NFC South.
In the NFC South, bro. Oh my goodness. He wouldn't even have to play all 17 weeks, bro. Like, I don't.
And that's why the narrative sucks. Because when Arthur Blank came out and said, we're not interested in him, the fucking Atlanta Falcons fans should have went fucking crazy. But all everybody heard about was he wants a fully guaranteed contract. Well, so immediately you go, money. Do we really want to pay him that much? You know damn well, who the fuck doesn't want that guy? Yes, he runs. I'm not saying he doesn't. But let's just say, even if he's not MVP Lamar Jackson anymore, he's still better than most of the fucking quarterbacks in the league.
Desmond Ritter might be kind of good. We're going to see. He only played 4 games.
Stop. Don't ever say no shit like that again. Yeah, if Desmond Ritter if Lamar Jackson isn't there, Desmond Ritter might be amazing. But nobody should be saying, I'm keeping Desmond Ritter, Sam Howell, fucking Jared Goff. Nobody should be saying this shit. That I'm keeping these players over Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, it's crazy. I think that he had the balls to come out and say it because that front office in Atlanta has done amazing this year. And like, we had just signed Jesse Bates, we had just signed David Onyemata, Caden Ellis. We just re-signed 2 of our offensive linemen. So they had the players there to be like, we can win with what we're doing. We're on a direction. We're going down this path. And if we throw Lamar in there, that's a wrench for money for the future. So I don't know, man. I think it's not gonna be figured out until the draft or after the draft. But
so as a Washington fan, I don't want Lamar. 1, our O-line is not good for running quarterbacks. Look in the past. And 2, too much money. Do you see my point? Could you imagine Terry McLaurin, their running back? Who the hell their fucking running back is? The guy that fucking got shot. Yeah, last
Antonio
year.
Gibson, Brian Robinson.
Yeah, exactly. Their defense. Can you fucking imagine that connection? Terry McLaurin and fucking Lamar Jackson. Who says no to that? Okay, and nothing against you, Anthony Price. I love that you always join the show and everything like that, but this is the narrative. We're forgetting that nobody's going to say that about fucking Mahomes or Josh Allen. Nobody's going to say, I don't want either one of them. They cost too much money. Not one of them. Get him and have him and Patrick on the same team. Fuck, I'm down with that. I'll put Lamar at fucking wide receiver. I'll put Lamar at fucking running back. Lamar, you are no longer a quarterback. I'm just letting you know if you come to the Chiefs. No, it's not. And this is the thing. It's not even that I like Lamar. Like, I understand. I've said for years, his style is going to get him injured. I get what the drawback is from him. But at the same time, you got to realize their team is also putting him in those positions. Now he has designed runs consistently. These aren't like scrambles. So imagine if a team could put him in a position where he's more like moves around and scrambles more like Colin Kaepernick did when he was with the Niners, where you have but you still have weapons around you. Where there's some designed runs, but a lot of those scrambles are him just fucking using his God-given talent. So like that game against the Packers when he went the fuck off. That was just a guy that could launch the ball, and he wasn't even that great as a thrower. But if you can design an offense, stop with this fucking pistol handoff, fucking read option bullshit. Stop with this shit. The same shit that the fucking Texans used to do with Deshaun Watson. You had great ass Deshaun Watson won 4 fucking games because your fucking offense doesn't work with these fucking read options. That's why I'm so glad the Chiefs are getting away from that shit. But that's my issue with Lamar. I don't think he's that great. I think he is a top five quarterback in the league. Top 10 quarterback in the league. But because now, I mean, Mahomes, Allen, Burrow, Hurts, Lamar, No, don't get me started on fucking Herbert's ass. No, I'm not a fan of him. He's Philip Rivers 2.0.
Desmond Ritter.
Yeah.
No. All right.
so
Taylor Heineke.
What else? Anything else you want to talk about with the NFL? What do you want to talk about right now before we jump into basketball?
Where you got? I got one thing. Like just real quick. Where you got Bryce Young?
This is a problem. My problem that I have is I don't give a fuck about most of these quarterbacks. I don't know how good they're going to be. This is another problem I have. He's an Alabama quarterback. I've said for years, you don't draft Bama quarterbacks. They look so good. Now, Jalen Hurts looks amazing, but he went to Oklahoma and did it as well. Tua is oftenly injured, but granted, he doesn't look bad, but he's oftenly injured. But name an all-pro Alabama quarterback in the NFL.
AJ McCarron.
He's not an all-pro.
Alabama.
But he's not an all. He's in the fucking XFL.
It took me a while to think.
Yeah, one, but that's name a quarterback that went. Fucking Mac Jones is the best one you got, and nobody knows who the fuck he is.
I got him. I got only 2 trades in my draft, bro, and the other one was for quarterback because I got Bryce Young falling to 10, and the Eagles traded with the Houston Texans at 13. So I gave the Houston Texans Will Anderson at 2, and then they traded up to 10 to take Bryce Young.
Bryce Young won't make it past 7.
Really?
The Raiders are at 7.
Gross, but all right.
They signed Jimmy G to a very good fucking contract. A very, very great contract. And so he is not making the type of money where they can't draft a quarterback at 7 if somebody falls to him like that, like a Bryce Young, and sit him on the bench for a year or 2 and have a backup plan, a cheaper backup plan for fucking often injured Jimmy G. Yeah, I'm not saying I'm not saying they trade up for him, but if they're staying at 7 and Bryce Young is sitting there, they're fucking grabbing him. They tried to trade up for the number 1 pick. Yeah, and then they
that
tried
might be CJ Stroud, bro.
No, I think that's Bryce Young.
I think they tried to trade up so they could get CJ Stroud.
I think Bryce Young is, if Bryce Young is sitting there, they'll take him.
I don't know. I got Bryce Young falling like right above Will Levis because I gave Will Levis to the Titans at 11, but I had them both falling way. There's not going to be 4 quarterbacks taken in the top 5. You're crazy if you think that. Justin Fields dropped. Mac Jones dropped. There's not 4 quarterbacks going in the top 5. I think Will Levis and Bryce Young are my least favorite quarterbacks in those top 4. So I almost had them falling out of the first round, dude. Because if these coaches are any kind of smart, they're not taking Bryce Young. Am I crazy to think that?
No, I agree with you. He's saying Bryce Young is going to suck. He's overrated. Again, the problem that you have is he has a great career because he played at Bama. So you're always going to have a good career. And he has the tangibles, but he's little. And what happens when he gets to the NFL? Think about it. Like if he goes to the Colts, that would be okay. Which is why I think he goes to 7 with the Raiders because he'll have weapons. But if he goes 1 to the Panthers, what the fuck?
Oh God!
You see the Texans, the fucking Texans at 2? No, they're gonna die. Jalen Carter won't pass 5. I agree with that. I think the Cardinals stay at 4.
I got him going to the Seahawks at 5 too in my mock because it's unbelievable.
I would draft over Bryce Young.
I think personally, and this is an unbiased opinion, I think the longest career at quarterback in this draft
is who?
UGA quarterback, 2-time champion.
Oh, Stedman
is going to have the longest career.
Stetson
Bennett.
Yeah.
His career out of all these quarterbacks in this draft, he's going to be a backup for 15 to 20 years in this league. He's 25, bro. It's going to be it's going to be crazy how long his career is because he's not going to play as much as CJ Stroud and Bryce Young. He's not going to be hurt like Bryce Young. He's not going to be hurt like Anthony Richardson. He's not going to have an eight-year career like CJ Stroud. He's going to have the longest career in this draft. He goes in round 6, maybe 5, and he's a 2-time champion.
And he'll get some spot starts to play well enough where he doesn't become a starter, but he's always a reservable backup. I can definitely see that
player, bro. He's gonna have the longest career out of all these quarterbacks. And he's gonna play for 4, 5, 6 teams and just always be the go-to guy. Win fucking so many games because he only plays 4 or 5 a year, bro. It's gonna be. He's gonna have the longest career out of this whole entire draft.
No, I definitely agree with you on that. I could see that because again, like you said, a backup quarterback. He'll get some spot starts. He may start 5 or 6 games, but he'll play well enough that he'll be able to stay on the roster.
So,
yep. All right. Let's just start it off with the NBA MVP. Who you got, Ice?
It doesn't matter who I got because it's going to be Nikola Jokic, bro.
It better not be. I will fucking riot. I will motherfucking riot, okay?
It's who it's gonna be, man.
If it's Nikola, if it's Jokic again, I'm going to be like this. Kendrick Perkins' words may not ring more true than ever if he gets that shit again. I know Kendrick Perkins is a dumbass, but
it's crazy. He's good, but his game is so boring to me, man. Every time I watch it, it's so boring and bland and like 1930s basketball, bro. He's like nothing exciting, nothing like. I get it though. I mean, he's the pillar to his team, bro. They're number 1 right now. It's unbelievable.
I see that's I think we need to stop as NBA fans. I think the media needs to stop with this shit. With this MVP needs to be number fucking 1. Again, I think it needs to be the most valuable player. I'm not saying Jokic is not valuable. I'm not saying that at all. But I think at certain points in time, we gotta, he's number 1. He won it in what? Were they 6 seed last year? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, 4s, they were, yeah. So, I mean, he's just like the unicorn. He's that guy that people love to watch. His game, he's all around a fabulous player. He just doesn't do one thing great. So he's really, really good at a lot of fucking shit. But if Embiid doesn't win this motherfucking shit, I'm fucking rioting. I am motherfucking rioting. I heard
for the last 2 years.
I heard last year, oh my God, Jokic, Jamal Murray was out the whole season, and look what he did. Motherfucker, we didn't have Ben Simmons the whole fucking season. Then we traded him for fat-ass Harden that was out of shape halfway through the season. I don't want to hear shit. We got Tobias Harris that makes $36 million a year. By the way, negotiated his own contract. Thank you very much. So, no, we got motherfuckers that are just bringing us down. I'm not saying Harden's not. We went and signed PJ Tucker. I watched PJ Tucker miss 3 straight corner threes against the Warriors. Wide fucking open threes. That motherfucker is no. If Embiid, if they don't start putting some respect on his motherfucking name with the shit that he's doing, I don't want to hear this. It's all about stats, and Jokic has it all. Embiid now, man, I'm telling you, I will fucking riot. I may start a fucking podcast just to cuss out the NBA. What about Giannis? Like, I'm not even
saying they're number 1 too, and I thought they were a bust, bro. After that championship, I was like, there's no way they can do it again. But dude, they look, and it's just him. It's just him. It's crazy, man.
Anthony Price, do not put that bad mojo on us. You better not say no shit like that. If Embiid don't win MVP, he needs to leave Philly. Stop that shit right now. Right now. You know, the problem is, I've been saying this for years. I know exactly where the Sixers messed up. When they drafted Markelle Fultz over fucking De'Aaron Fox. I've been saying that for fucking years. If we would have had De'Aaron Fox, we could have played Ben Simmons at small forward. He'd have played Andrew Wiggins type role. And then before he could shoot threes, and we'd have been fucking fine. And we would never got Tobias fucking Harris. But no, I don't know. Embiid does. No, we need to win it. If he doesn't win a championship, no, fuck that. No, he needs to stay his ass there. There's no reason to leave. We've given him almost everything he wanted. He wanted to get rid of Ben. We got rid of Ben.
Yeah.
Except for we didn't keep Jimmy Butler. Ben Simmons' bitch ass. But Jeremy, who you think's gonna win it, buddy? Let's hear your pick. Right? Who you think's gonna win MVP?
I think it's gonna be Embiid.
There we go. I don't know why I got so happy he don't even watch basketball.
He needs it.
I'm just looking at the MVP award tracker.
I think also the voters, after all the shit that's been talked about with Jokic winning, I think it's gonna be one of those years where even if he should get it, he probably won't. Because now you're into that
to not vote for him, yeah.
Yeah, now you're in that territory where you're like, okay, how many people have back-to-back MVPs? How many people have 3 MVPs in a fucking row? Are you gonna put him in the same cat? Like he has more MVPs than fucking Shaq and Kobe. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, so I think that's gonna be like when Karl Malone beat Jordan out for the MVP in that one season that nobody cared about. Like, what was it, 96, 97 or whatever, and then Jordan beat his ass in the finals, or when Charles Barkley basically won MVP, was about to win, that's gonna be like that. All right, so let's talk about the standings. Let's go start with your Hawks, buddy. Why the fuck did they fire their coach?
Man, it was a lot of tension there, bro, between Trey is our man, dog. Like, there was a lot of tension. I don't know why. Like, I thought it was smooth sailing. I thought we looked good. Eastern Conference Finals, then kind of, still competing, but win the play-in tournament, get in. Like, man, I don't know. I liked him, but it just wasn't working out. He's old school, bro. He's real old school, and it wasn't working out. We're doing great, but I mean, not really. They've been mediocre the whole season. It's just been they're a 38-38 team, bro. Like, that's what they are. That's who they are. They win and then they lose. They win and then they lose. And in a 7-game
tournament, they're a 38-39 team.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. You could have just gave it to me. You know what I mean? I don't want to call out the one that we just lost.
Well, I mean, they're right there with the Raptors.
How are the Nets still winning games? Honestly, I don't understand.
The Nets got some nice players in that trade with Suns. I think I'm gonna tell you. I know this is gonna sound really, really bad, and I know a lot of people are not gonna like this take. Trae Young is your fucking problem. He's
our guy.
This is the second coach in the middle of the season that he has gotten fired. He's not even on he just got his second contract. So you get one coach fired. They bring in Nate McMillan. That motherfucker leads you out of the Eastern Conference Finals. And then 2 years later, you get him fired. And it's not even, I don't even think like the way, and I get it, the way you guys treat him because he's that star and he has that star is so fucking outstanding for any other superstar that wants a organization to give a fuck about you and do everything you can to help them from winning, because they literally have said on camera, it's not going to take long. We'll do whatever the fuck we need, when he was fucking bitching. But you gave a man control to your kingdom that hadn't proven shit. You had, let's be honest, and the run was great, but that was like one of those runs where if you would have went to the finals, everybody would have loved it. But it was almost very similar to your Eastern Conference. It's not like your Eastern Conference run when you had Orford and all them, when you guys were consistently in the playoffs and consistently a contender, just lost to LeBron in the Cavs. When you went to Eastern Conference with Horford and fucking Kyle Korver was there, Jeff Teague. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. That fucking run. Josh Smith. Yeah.
Yeah, Josh
Smith. That fucking
run.
Bro. Yeah, you know what the fuck I'm talking. Yeah, that run. When y'all took the Boston Celtics to 7 games. That's not what you have. You have a guy that you're spoiled. He's literally like that high school athlete star. And he's only that high school athlete star because you're thriving for a star. Like, he's the one guy that shows up in high school and just puts on everything, but it doesn't necessarily translate always to winning. Like, even when you guys went to the Eastern Conference Finals, was it really Trae Young that carried you, or was it a team effort?
Saying, man, I think the roster's great. I think our roster's great.
Yeah,
but
your leader.
And dude, I do got to disagree with you a little bit because they have been a playoff contender for the last 3 years. I mean, they're in the play-in tournament as we speak right now. They're 4 games ahead of the next team out. So, I mean, we're going to be in the play-in tournament. Like you said, there's 8 days left in the season. So this is a good team. This is a good team. And I don't know. Fuck it, bro. Do what Trey wants. Same way the Dallas Mavericks are going to do what Luka wants at the end of the day. If he wants Kyrie gone at the end of this, bro, guess what? Kyrie's going to be gone, bro. Even though we all know Kyrie's going to leave on his own.
Yeah, his own volition, yes.
But I like this Hawks team. I think they're all right. I think they're going to be in the playoffs. I don't think we're going to get eliminated from the play-in tournament. Yeah, it's fine. And then what? Everything else is the exact same as it's been for the last 3 years, right? Standings look about the same. I mean, except for the Nuggets at 1.
Yep.
They look the same. The Lakers are on a fucking tear.
Okay, what do you think about the Lakers? What do you? It's not really out of nowhere. It's because of that trade.
Yeah, true.
Like that's what we're forgetting. If this would have been the team they had at the beginning of the season, totally different story. Totally different story. But in that scenario, I think the Lakers are fucking shit right now. I mean, they're right now in what, 7th or 7th. Yeah, they're in 7th. Yep, they're in 7th. But they're tied with the Pelicans, but they hold the tiebreaker. They just beat the Timberwolves. So I mean, coming up next, they got the Rockets, who the Rockets are actively tanking. They got the Jazz, who the Jazz. So they have the Rockets, the Jazz, the Jazz. So they have 3 teams right now that are in their next 5 games that are 12th and 15th, that have won 36 games and 19 games. Could the Jazz give them trouble? Yes. But a lot of the Jazz's standings is because of how well they did in the beginning of the season. So now, and then you have, so do I think they'll get to 6 with the Warriors? No, I don't know if they'll get to 6 with the Warriors due to the fact that the Warriors are still thriving. Yeah, I don't know, 4 or 5. Yeah, I had them at 6. Yeah, I had them at 6, and you had them losing to fucking Timberwolves. You had them at 10. So I had them at 6. So do I think they get to 6? I don't know. I think they could pull it out. I'm looking to see who's ahead of them. So yeah, the Clippers and the Warriors are at 41 and 37. So they definitely could pull that out, and the Clippers could fall down, like I said, the 7th spot. So, but I mean, the standings are just okay. The standings are just absolutely crazy right now. He just said, hold on one second, the private chat. What else? I mean, every day it's different. I went to see Anthony Davis. Yeah, I can agree with you, because we all know that Anthony Davis steps out of the shower and gets injured. We know this. Okay. We know Anthony Davis. And last week I said they say it's not serious. So they say it's just a little itty bitty injury. Last week I said I thought Anthony Edwards was out for the season. I was wrong. I knew he was out, but he's already back. So yeah, they're saying that his ankle injured, but still. Oh wait, no, this is fucking Twitter. So a lot of people are saying that it's not really that serious. Let's see. Expects to play against the Rockets. I knew I was going to play regardless. Just initial tweak, a little bit of pain and throbbing stuff, just kind of calm down, but I don't want to stay too long. It's kind of throbs. Yeah. So, I mean, we know he's got ankles made out of fucking bubblegum and lower extremities made out of bubblegum, like a lot of the big men that we have. But I still think the Lakers are going to make a push for that. I think that Jokic is going to win fucking MVP. I think Embiid's going to win MVP. Or Giannis. I would be okay with Giannis. I just don't want Jokic to win it. I think that the Clippers might be in trouble. Paul George might make it back. Oh, who the fuck just went out? Who just got injured? There was a big injury. Julius Randle for the Knicks. Yeah, that happened. So Julius Randle's out for 2 weeks. So so we only did 8, 9, 10. Or 7, 8, 9, 10. We only did the play-in tournament. So yeah, we did 7, 8. You did 8, 9, 10. I did 7, 8. Yeah. So the Knicks could fall with Julius Randle being injured out for 2 weeks. I forgot about that. him being out for 2 weeks is not going to be good for the Knicks. It's not going to be good for the Knicks at all. I think that that is going to be horrible. They're going to fall in the standings, but they have enough of a threshold. So them falling in the standings really doesn't hurt them as long as they don't. Yeah, it does. As long as because if they fall to 7th, then they're in the playing game. And then we could have the Knicks and the Hawks all over again. And boy, the Hawks own the Knicks, so I can't really get mad at that. I guess I'm on my TV screen. My computer screen bothering me. So I definitely think that's going to be interesting. And then what else do I got this? Announced about 45 minutes ago. Well, about an hour and 45 minutes ago. The NBA is having an in-season tournament next year. So some of the stuff that just got passed, let me make sure this is right. Yeah, they reached a 7-year agreement. So the NBA Players Union reached a 7-year agreement. So there's not going to be a lockout. There's going to be no holdup, which a lot of people were kind of thinking that there may be a holdup due to what's happening before because they had only a very little bit of time to do that. But they reached a 7-year agreement. Collective bargaining agreement that will govern the operations. The NBA, 7. So the deal includes an in-season tournament, 65 minimum postseason, 65 minimum for postseason awards, new limitations on highest spending teams, and expanded opportunities for trades and free agents and smaller team payrolls. So let's see. The NBA is curbing the ability of the highest spending teams, such as Golden State, the Clippers, to continue running up the salary and luxury tax while still maintaining to add talent. The NBA is implementing a second salary cap apron, 17.5 million over the tax line, and those teams no longer have access to the tax lever. Oh, shit. So these changes will be eased into the salary cap over a period of years. So what that basically means is the NBA's salary cap, you should get a kick out of this. It operates very, very similar to a lot of other leagues, but they have the luxury tax, okay? So you have your hard cap. Then you have your cap that you can't go over, right? So you have your cap, and then you have your cap you can't go over. So what they ended up doing was once you go over the salary cap, you now have to pay a luxury tax, okay? At one point in time, I think it was $1 over. So it was like dollar for dollar. So if you were 17 million over, you had to pay an additional 17 million plus whatever the value was or whatever. Then they doubled it. So if you were 17 million over, you had to pay 34 million. And now they're saying you're going to lose a mid-level exception. So if you're over $17.5 million over the luxury tax, you still have to pay the luxury tax. So you still probably have to pay the $34 million. So I think it's 2 times the amount right now. I could be wrong on that. And then you lose a mid-level exception. And what that means is when teams are over the cap, they still have what they call a mid-level exception where they can sign a veteran player for like under $5 million. It goes against their cap, but they're allowed to, and it doesn't hurt as bad as the rest of them. You see what I'm saying? And the idea is to allow your older players and your stuff like that, your mid-level players to be able to get on teams for a reasonable price, even if they don't have money. So let's say I'm trying to think of a team. So like when the Golden State Warriors had KD, Clay, Steph, and Draymond, and then they got Boogie Cousins, and everybody was complaining about that. They used their mid-level exception for Boogie Cousins. Now, granted, it didn't work out to help them because he got injured. But if he didn't get injured, that's the problem. You see what I'm saying? You technically somebody, the Lakers, could be $17.5 million over the cap and offer Chris Paul in 2 years a mid-level exception. So it allows you, when you have a lot of star players like the Lakers, the Clippers, the Warriors, it allows you to fill out your roster with still good talent and it doesn't count as much against the cap, or very similar to that. So that's like a huge fucking change right there. And then the new CBA expected to create more spending and trade opportunities for teams at the middle and lower spectrum of the spending. They will be opening more opportunities in the free agent market, including larger trade exceptions. Nobody really cares about the trade exceptions. They don't really work out a lot. They're hard to fucking use. Basically, what that means is the NBA has been trying for years to help small market teams. So like Milwaukee. That's a small market team. You can't attract free agents. Cleveland was a small market team. So they've been trying, and then the teams that don't have as much money. So like the Mavs are $1 billion owner. Do you see what I'm saying? So they're trying to create trade opportunities, more marketing for the teams to make more money and all that stuff. It doesn't really matter. It's great. But the in-season tournament will arrive in 2023. The event will include pool play games baked into the regular season starting in November, with 8 teams advancing to a single elimination tournament in December. The Final Four will be held at a neutral site with Las Vegas prominent in discussions. Each in-season tournament would count towards regular season standings. The 2 finalists would ultimately play 83 regular season games. Winning players and coach will each earn additional money. That is also why they probably changed it to 65 games. Because the pool play, you know how the fucking WNBA does it for the cup that they do. What is it called again?
Commissioner's Cup.
Yeah, that's basically what they're doing. So the pool game will probably be, you'll probably have 8 games against your division, whoever your pool is, and then you're playing them, and they start in November because the beginning of the NBA season normally starts around late October, middle of October. Yeah, October 18th. So if the season starts October 18th, then the schedule starting in November with 8 teams advancing to a single elimination tournament in December. So your 8 pool games, your teams will be playing pool games. So they have just like soccer and all that shit, but they'll still be playing them the regular season, just like the Commissioner Cup does with the WNBA. And then whoever has the 8 teams advancing will advance to a single elimination tournament that will be held in December. So those teams will play their games. I don't know how they're going to do that. And then the winners will play one more extra game. Why are you talking shit, Anthony?
I mean, there's only 4 people on the top 10 list that have 65 or more games played.
That's the reason. What they're doing is it's because of the resting and the back-to-back. They want to stop that shit. They want to stop fucking sitting out. Yes, you're right. 6 times. He's going to play 65 games this year, so it'll be twice. He's 2 games away from it. I mean, I can't help it that the dude didn't play for 3.5 fucking years. Wasn't my fault. Kept getting injured. But he's right. There's a lot of people that haven't played 65 games. But no, I like the in-season tournament.
You have one person on the list who's played all but 2 games of the 77 games that were played.
Oh, yes. Yes. But this is the problem why they will never do that. The NBA cares about their records too much. That's why. They love promoting the 100. If they cut the season down, because they've had 82 games for how fucking long? If they cut that season down, I think that'll be. They care too much about their history. They've had an 82 game schedule since 67-68. You good?
Yeah, man.
So we gonna get back to it, but we jump into the NBA in-season tournament. That's what we're talking about right now. So the in-season tournament, so the new stuff that just happened. So to give you an idea, they upped the luxury tax. So if you were over 17.5 million over the cap, I think he's got shit going on. Yeah, then you don't get your mid-level exception. Then they have the in-season tournament. The in-season tournament will be very similar to it's 8 pool play games. The event will include pool play games baked into the regular season schedule starting in November, with 8 teams advancing to a single elimination tournament in Denver. The Final Four will be held at a neutral site. Or each in-season tournament game would count towards the regular season standings. The 2 finalists would ultimately play 83 regular season games. You can cut the season to 72 games and expand the playoff tournament. I agree with you, but this is why he said we should cut the NBA season. I don't think they ever will. The NBA has had a 82 game season since 1967. Do you know how many teams were in the NBA in 1967?
16. 8.
That you see what I'm saying? So there was 6 in each fucking division. There was 12. So the ABA wasn't even there yet. So they had 82 games when they had the Hawks, the Lakers, the Warriors, the Bulls, the Supersonics, the Rockets, the 76ers, the Celtics, the Knicks, the Pistons, the Royals, and the Bullets. Yeah, there was fucking 12 teams. And they played 82 games. They haven't gone up because they love that 82 perfect game. They love their records too much. I don't think they will ever change that. I do like the idea of cutting it to 72 games and putting an in-season tournament. I like that. And going 10 games in-season tournament, I love that. I love that idea. But they'll still play 82 games.
But what's the reasoning for the in-season tournament, though? I'm not understanding.
Adam Silver has wanted an in-season tournament forever.
This guy's like wants.
Yeah. So he loves what happens in soccer. It happens in a lot of soccer leagues. He loves the Commissioner Cup and the WNBA. It also gives teams a better chance to make money. So your shitty ass teams, let's say like, you know, the Lakers, the fucking Rockets. They happen to be one of the 8 teams that advances. And now they have an in-game season tournament where they get fans and they're on television. This whole upgrade this season is all about helping the small market teams and the lower teams. So it's just more eyes on the teams for the tournament. And let's be honest, the fucking play-in is amazing.
Really great. I love that a lot.
So I'm not gonna say shit.
I'm not against it at all. No.
Yeah. The play-in.
I want to see how it fits in. I want to see how it works, but I'm not against it because the play-in tournament, I was like, and after the first one, man, I was like, I'm all in. And my team was in it, bro. And I was like, oh yeah, this is too exciting. Like,
yep, the play-in. And then since I watched the WNBA, the Commissioner Cups is actually very, very slimmer. They do pool play during it, but they don't have an in-season tournament. They just have the 2 winners face off. But so I mean, it's that is a lot of fun for those games because it's a third game that they play each other, and they play it like normally on a neutral side of the. Oh no, they play it at whoever has the number 1 seed, right? Jeremy at the time. Whoever has the number 1 seed in the Commissioner's Cup, they get the home court advantage.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm not mad at that at all. Okay.
Oh, NBA players are allowed to smoke as much weed as they want now.
That's fine. Where did you see that at?
Bleacher Report. NBA players will no longer be prohibited from using marijuana under the new CBA.
Yeah.
I mean, why not, bro? I mean, obviously have some wits about yourself. Don't smoke before the game. I mean, but then again, when I was in high school, I used to smoke before games, man. Like, you know, allegedly.
Look, if Eric could, he'd smoke during a game.
I mean, dude, I have a football story about that. Me and the homies back in JV days. But man, yeah, why not, bro? Why not?
So it says that. It removed the anti-drug testing program already, a process that began in 2019 and 20. It's the 3rd straight season where the NBA had suspended random marijuana testing, at first posited in the Disney bubble. During interviews, Kevin Durant said on a fucking Netflix thing with David Letterman, he smoked weed. He started smoking weed when he was 22. So good job, fucking NBA. Good fucking job.
NFL needs to follow suit, bro.
Good fucking
job. I think Laramie Tunsil is a huge example of why the NFL needs to follow suit, bro. A very, very good example of why they need to.
Oh yeah, because of that bong hit. Yep, where he fucking fell in the draft. Well, Calvin Johnson came out and said it. He literally said they would give me any pill I wanted, and I just smoked weed.
Oh no, I'll be right back.
Yeah. So I can definitely see what I can definitely see that. I think, look, but now what are you gonna do? You're one of the few leagues that have literally banned motherfuckers for weed.
What Flash Gordon could have been, right?
Well, no, the NBA.
Oh, the NBA.
OJ Mayo.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking Larry Sanders or whatever his name is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking Michael Beasley.
Yeah. I wouldn't say they're the only league that's banned people for marijuana.
No. But I'm happy that it's just I'm so happy in this day and age that weed is getting the respect that it's needed. I'm happy people are putting respect on weed's name because fuck this shit. It's got its name dragged through the news like fucking Lamar Jackson. That's all the fuck I'm saying. Jeremy, I'm happy people are putting respect on weed's name. Let's fucking go. Pretty soon we're gonna have a weed sponsored by the NBA.
Well, I think that that's gonna be real soon. Yeah, and like weed sponsoring the sports leagues. I think it's just one step closer. I mean, who knows what's gonna happen with it? It's gotta be legal though, bro. It's gotta be legal. But there's still people in their ways, man.
Look, Missouri just legalized weed. Missouri just fucking legalized weed last year. Fucking hillbilly, hick ass, red state ass Missouri said, fuck it, we gonna legalize it. Next time you drive through Missouri, you ain't gonna see cornfields, you gonna see weed fields. Texas ain't never gonna legalize it.
That's where I'm at, bro.
I know that. I know that. They ain't never gonna legalize that shit. Whatsoever. So Knicks.
I hear people smoke it though here.
I know. So. I know. Well, I smelled it every hotel room I was in. So yeah.
Oh, I thought you were about to say you can smell it right now. I was like, about
no.
For breeze, like allegedly.
So, allegedly. So, what do you think about Julius Randle getting injured?
You talking about the Knicks right now, man?
Yeah. What do you think? Because that may set you guys up again for playing.
Dude, we're playing in. We're already in. In my eyes, there's not a team that's playing in better than us. Man.
But the Knicks could fall with Julius Randle. They're only 2 games out of 7th.
And then what? They don't have Julius Randle. How long is he going to be out?
2 weeks right now.
All right.
And he's missing. He's missing he will miss the end of the season and the play-in.
I don't have an opinion on that, man. I don't think the Knicks are a good team with or without him, bro. I don't think he makes a huge difference in the standings. I don't think he makes a huge difference in their day-to-day win-to-loss record. I don't think he makes a huge difference on the team, and like we got people who can guard him. Everybody has people who can guard him. I think he's shown all of his cards, dude, and he's not going to take that next tier step at any point in time.
No.
I don't think he ever takes that next tier step that even Luka and Trae Young are at. Like,
no, he's way past that. He's too old. He's had really 1 or 2 good step seasons that you're like, oh, but then he's back to his average self.
Yeah, and that's really like
a
late season boom from him.
Yep.
And doesn't he get injured quite a bit?
Yeah, he's had a couple
tweaks and bumps here and there.
Yeah, he's had a couple problems. I mean, he's had a couple. He was with the Lakers, got injured. So yeah, and his game just doesn't. It's just you can get it with anybody else. His game isn't. He puts up okay numbers, but it's just a blah game. It's just a blah. I just love watching the Knicks and the Hawks play.
Yeah, I do. I do too, because we always whoop their ass and the fans get real upset about
it. That is the one time. Like, I like Trae Young as a player. That is the shit he goes through with the Knicks. That is just fucking spectacular.
That's why I had such a deep belly laugh when you mentioned even someone from the Knicks, because, bro, that's our rival. Dude.
I know, but that's why I said it's going to set you guys up for the playing game.
Yeah,
you'll be 8, they'll be 7.
We'll see. We'll see if they make it there. I think they could still win a couple without him. So I don't. Who is it? Who's above us right now? Hold on, I gotta pull the standings.
So the Heat are above
it?
you. The Heat are above you. They're at 7. The Nets are at 6, and the Knicks are at 5. Oh, the Knicks are 5 fucking games out. No, no, never mind.
Yeah, I was
The
about
Knicks,
to say.
yeah,
I was
they're
about to
5
say,
games.
I don't see
Why?
them losing. Ever
I
losing
thought
out.
I got for some odd reason I got their thing. Yeah, they're even if they lose out, it would be very hard for them to fall to 7. I just thought they were 2 games ahead. I thought there was the Nets. They were only 2 games ahead of there. So who do you want to play in the play-in?
I would like the Nets, even though we just lost to them. Can they drop in? Who knows?
Yeah, the Net. Yeah, you don't want to play the Heat in the play-in.
I was about to say the Heat. If we have to play them first, we're gonna lose and then have to win that second game.
Yeah, you don't want to play the Heat in the play-in.
I don't want to play the Heat, bro. Oh shit.
And I mean, the second game, really, honestly, I don't know if you want to play this. I don't know if you want to play the Bulls or the Raptors.
I'll take the Raptors for sure. I don't know, dude. The Hawks got grit when it comes to the playoffs, bro.
Yeah.
So I think they're gonna definitely play in and be in there for sure. They're gonna be one of the two. But geez Louise, dude, don't ask me that. Cause see, I came in all confident and I was like, bro, yeah, we're gonna win the play-in for sure. And then you ask me who do I want to play, and I'm like, really, nobody. I wish we could just advance through it without having to play anyone.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Right now, you guys really are. Yeah, you're 4 games behind the Nets, so there's no way you're going to make it to 60. And that's the cutoff. So, what do you think about the Western Conference? We were talking about the Lakers when you left. What do you think? I said the Lakers. I think the Lakers make it to 6.
I was thinking about that this morning, though. I'm not going to lie to you. I was thinking about that this morning. But, I mean, it's the Golden State Warriors, though.
But I think the Warriors move up to 5.
Oh, it's cool. That's what I was saying, too, because the
Clippers
are a fraud, right?
Yep. And Paul George still injured.
Could you imagine if the Clippers fall to the play-in tournament and then get knocked out, bro?
Yep.
Oh, that'd be so funny. I want to see the Mavericks in. I think they can beat out Oklahoma City. Good, bro. You got what the hell, bro? Oh my God. Sacramento Kings are so exciting. How are they doing it?
Yeah, that's the thing. The Sacramento Kings right now, this is the problem. The Sacramento Kings are praying to whatever they pray to, that the Clippers fall to 6. Because they do not want to see the Warriors or the Lakers.
The Lakers right now, bro.
They do not want to see either one of them. The Lakers are going to be such a tough out if they keep this up. Like, I'm looking at
12th, bro.
Yeah.
They were in 12th.
Looking at the standings, like the Suns, the Warriors, and the Lakers are, depending on how they make it, those are the 3 teams that I have the most confidence in doing anything. I'm not saying they win it, but I do not trust the Nuggets. I don't trust the Grizzlies, and I love the Kings, but I don't trust them.
I don't think the Grizzlies are that great ever.
Nope.
But dude, they're putting on this year though too, man. I don't trust the Nuggets.
Nope. I mean, I could definitely see like a Grizzlies Lakers or Grizzlies Suns or Grizzlies Warriors finals, depending on how, or Western Conference finals. So that's a toss up. But as of right now, I'm literally like, oh shit, the Lakers and the Warriors and the Suns are the 3 teams. Like, I want to go put money on the Kings. They're plus 5,500. Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Kings look great. I don't know how that's happening. I don't really understand basketball, I guess, man. But they look good, bro. They look like what the Hawks should have been, bro.
Yeah, they do. They do.
That's the reason it's Herder, bro. I'm telling you right now, Herder is a fucking killer, bro. Man.
Well, I mean, but But it took the Kings a while. They just everything clicked this season. But who knows? You know what I'm saying? It just all clicked.
Team for an unbelievable amount of time. In the NBA at all. Ever since Mike Bibby left, bro, I've been like, who? The Sacramento Kings? Is that a hockey team, bro? Are you sure? That's a basketball team? That's how I've been, bro.
So I let it play in. None of us are Lakers fans. So I'm a Sixers fan. Now, he's a Hawks fan. I absolutely love LeBron. I'm not like one of those LeBron stans. I still think Jordan is the greatest player of all time, but I love greatness. And what I'm seeing LeBron do, I will root for him every day of the fucking week. I thought you were disappearing. So
that's what I was going for, bro.
Yeah, outside of, I don't like him outside of he's so fucking corny. And I mean, I don't, but as a role model, as a moral.
I hate Space Jam 2.
Yeah, I didn't even watch it. Yeah. So I'm not saying he's a great, no, but on the basketball court, I will always pull for LeBron James. When he was in Cleveland, I pulled for him. When he was in Miami, I pulled. Now, granted, if I'm going against the Sixers, I'm always rooting for my Sixers. But I think LeBron James is fabulous. Wiggins coming back before the start of the playoffs would help out the Warriors a lot. A whole hell of a lot in the playoffs. Stop it.
No, he's cold. Yeah, I just forgot that he was there. Literally, like I don't watch the Warriors.
Yeah. No, I'm not talking to you to stop it. I'm talking to him. This says LeBron's not in my top 3.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Now, let me see if I can guess your top 3. Because I know Jordan's going to have to be in there. So you probably have like Bill Russell or Wilt Chamberlain or Hakeem Olajuwon and Larry Bird. Like there's some or maybe Kobe, but there's some semblance of that. Like there's only about 4 or 5 players that you might put Shaq in, but there's only like relatively like 5 players that you could maybe say, oh, I'm going to put him under. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. But Olajuwon, Russell, Wilt, fucking Shaq. I've seen people say, I don't know why people say Larry Bird. And then, of course, Michael Jordan. And then Kobe. Yeah. MJ, Kobe.
One for me, though, just, I don't know, the tenacity, bro. I don't know. Something about that guy, bro, scares the shit out of me, bro. So I feel like if I don't put him number 1, he'll like haunt me or some shit, bro. Like he's got that type of grit about him. So yeah, it's Kobe number 1 for me, and then you got Michael Jordan, and then I don't know, Bill Russell and all them, dude. Wilt Chamberlain, too old. It's too old school.
I know. I get you. No, I get you.
I can't even bro. I never watched him. I wasn't a kid being like, wow, this is amazing. But yeah, LeBron's definitely the third.
It was they had 12 teams and played 82 games. Of course, you're gonna rack up you played the same fucking team. Yeah,
over and over. Now, same janitors over and over and over.
Don't get me wrong. I still give mad props to what they did because nobody's doing what they did. Like we can go, oh, Wilt Chamberlain's 100-point game. There still hasn't been a 100-point game. We could what he averaged, his averages. And people could go, oh, but they were playing but there were some very good players. It's just not everybody. They were average, nothing compared to what we have now. But you had way more average players, and they were just the elite of the elite in that scenario. But no, I can't put them in there. Now, I don't get mad at anybody's top 3 because you can make an argument for all of them. MJ.
For Allen Iverson, bro.
No, you can't. Listen, I am a Sixers fan because of Allen Iverson. I literally have a pair of Allen Iverson shoes I've never worn. I've owned every team he went to, I rooted for. So I am a diehard. I would love to put him in there. You may not even be able to make a case for him being a top 3 shooting guard of all time. Michael, Kobe.
That's their opinion, that's for sure.
Yeah, but Michael, Kobe, Wade. Michael, Kobe, West. Michael, Kobe, Tracy McGrady. Iverson was a beast, but I can't put him in the top 3. I can't give a realistic conversation. And look, I had motherfuckers at a bar believe Kirk Cousins was as good as Matthew Stafford. So I can sell the shit out of some shit, but I can't sell Allen Iverson in the top 3 of a lot of shit. Oh, if AI was 6'3", 6'5", fuck yeah. Hell, now if we say pound for pound, completely different. Completely different. But his stats just don't hold up. Yes, he's a great scorer. He was very good defense. He had some steals, even though his defense was kind of overrated. Won MVP, couple scoring titles, led his team to the finals. But I mean, when you're talking about great shooting guards, and that's where you got to start. Like, if you can't put him in your top 3 shooting guard, you can't even put him in the top 3 all time. If you go in Kobe, MJ, Iverson, okay, I'm fine with that. I have no problem with that. But there's somebody that's an imposter. Like, they got 4 and 6 rings, 5 and 6 rings, finals MVPs. Michael Jordan has multiple MVPs.
You want this man to win a finals with Eric Snow, bro?
Dog, I remember that game. Trust me. I remember that, okay? I remember him crossing Ty Lue over. I remember the step over. I worked at Beyond the Beach at the time when it happened. I was a grown, like, 2001? So I was 19, 20, almost 20. Yeah. So I worked at Beyond the Beach. My DM was a diehard Sixers fan. We literally talked about this shit all the time. When they won game 1, I talked shit like no tomorrow. Motherfucker, we gonna beat your motherfucking ass. Called my dad and everything. And then I proceeded to cry for the next 4 fucking games. The talent he had was very limited. But are we saying Tracy McGrady? Tracy McGrady scored fucking 8 points in 9 seconds.
So awesome.
Tracy McGrady had over 30 points a game for like fucking 2 or 3 years, or like 29 points with Orlando.
Oh, I just don't like the way he looks, bro. I mean, like, that doesn't go into your rankings when you're ranking players. You're never like,
no.
He looks classy. This guy looks like, not that good, bro.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't want my players to look classy. I want them to look like they got some fight in them. I don't want to, like, when the NBA made them motherfuckers wear suits, that was fucking horrible. That was horrible.
But I'm saying, like, but Allen Iverson is swaggy, bro. Like, he's got this, like, cool vibe to him. I like that bumps him up in my rankings, bro.
But he's not classy. That motherfucker wears a do-rag to a fucking $150 thing.
No. The classic was different. I wasn't saying.
Okay.
But yeah, dude, I'm feeling that dude. He's got the braids. He's got the sick kicks, bro. Probably in some jorts. He looked like a jorts guy to me, bro. But he could rock them. This goes into my rankings. I'm not just straight up being like, oh, he crosses people over better.
When I go into rankings, it's all based off of the court. I don't care unless we start talking about the greatest of all time conversation. Then everything matters. Like when people say, because when they say Kobe and LeBron and Michael, this is why those are my 2 tops. Kobe is amazing, but Kobe did not have the impact on the NBA or the world the way that LeBron does. The way that Michael Jordan had. We can say what we want about Kobe. I'm not going to bring up any of his transgressions or any shit like that. But Kobe did not have, he was loved in China. He was hated by everybody else unless you were a fucking Lakers fan. Everybody respected him. But they had the respect. But in 20 to 30 years, we are literally going to look back at the league the same way we do with Michael Jordan right now. That impact that he had is something that LeBron has. For all the shit that he did outside of it, for him having taken over his shoes, for being one of the first $1 billion athletes that are playing at the same time, he, in my opinion, has led a lot of athletes to want to do other shit outside of the NBA, which is what Jordan did. So when I talk about that, now Kobe, don't get me wrong, Kobe's game was killer. I'm going to be 100% honest. I'm not even putting Magic in my top 3. I love Magic, but I can't put him in my top 3.
You're doing that, right?
What?
You know why you're doing that, right?
Why?
It's because of the AIDS.
No, that has nothing to do with it.
You're crazy. That you're throwing it into your rankings, bro. And then you're judging me for throwing AI in my top 3 because he looks cool.
This is why I can't. No, it has not. I knew you were gonna say fucking AIDS. It has. He just said the reason why I didn't fucking put Magic Johnson in my top 3 is because of AIDS. Because he has AIDS. So this is my issue. Magic Johnson is one of the best. He's an amazing player. Without him and Larry Bird, the NBA would not be where they're at. But him and Larry Bird are 2 of the only players I've ever seen in my life that have came into ready-built teams. Ready-built. We forget the Lakers were in the finals like the year before they drafted Magic.
And the 30 years before that, too.
But they got the pick off of a trade. We forget that the Celtics, Red Auerbach drafted Bird a year before he was eligible because nobody stopped him. So they were literally made in like Magic. What he did as a rookie, all that stuff was fucking amazing. But do we remember what he did the second year when they called him Tragic? His name, even the LA fans called him Tragic Johnson. That rivalry was amazing. But at that point in time in the NBA, to me, I do not think that it was on the same level that we just have. So yeah, I think Magic would definitely he's in my top 10. Probably in the top 5. I definitely have him over Kareem. You have Kobe in your top 2, and Kobe's a direct clone of fucking Jordan. Like Kobe is a direct, he even hung his tongue out. Kobe is a direct clone of Michael Jordan. No, yes, of course. LeBron is though. LeBron's copying off of Jordan. Rings, movies, shoes, money. 100%. But he's made it better. Better. In my opinion. He's made it, he's got to go. Got to hop off. Good chat, bros. He's made it better, in my opinion. The reason why is because of what he's done. Jordan allowed the NBA players to become brands. Nobody was a brand before Jordan. His signature shoe was fucking amazing. Go back and look to see how many signature shoes there were before him. His branding was absolutely amazing. And yes, you're 100% right with the switching teams back and forth. I completely agree with you. I do not like players switching teams. But at the same time, John Stockton is one of the greatest point guards to ever fucking live. And he is considered overrated because he never won a finals but he stayed in the same place. As fans, we want our champions and our athletes to care about what? What do we want them to care about, Jeremy? Winning. I
don't know what that is.
Okay. So if we want them to, yes, we want them to win for our team. But are you mad at what the fuck did Cleveland do for them? No. LeBron's shoes, money, and movies are not better than Jordan. Jordan's shoes are way better. Jordan's movies, let's not act like he can fucking act, okay? How many movies did he have? Space Jam? Let's not act like The Last Dance, where he was being himself. So LeBron has done tons of movies, and I don't think he's a great actor at all. I did not watch Space Jam 2. But let's see what else LeBron did outside of that. Okay. Now, do I think LeBron ruined the slam dunk contest? Yes, I agree with Stephen A. Smith. I completely agree with Stephen A. Smith that he ruined the slam dunk contest because of the fact that he decided not to do the dunk contest. And once that happened, everybody decided not to do that. But again, we may not like the influence he has, but he does. LeBron is one of the first major athletes in his position that gave 2 fucks and spoke out politics, whether you like what he says or not. I shouldn't say major athlete, in the NBA. Whether you like what he says or not, he is one of them that speak. Without Jordan, I love Jordan, but when they were running for the mayor in North Carolina, back where he was from, and they asked him to co-sign on him because he would have been the first black mayor of North Carolina or some shit like that. He said, Republicans buy my shoes too. So I'm not saying that he's done anything bad, but yes, LeBron has done a lot of shit bad. He's been a bitch. He cries crazy. He fucking whines and complains. He has handpicked his teams. He has done that since Cleveland never got him anything his first 7 fucking years there. The best player they bring next to him was fucking Mo Williams, which nobody heard of him after he left fucking Cleveland, and fucking an old ass fucking Shaq and an Antoine Jameson, and both of them were over the fucking hill. So we still say one of the worst teams that have ever been dragged to the playoffs was the 07 Cleveland Cavaliers that he dragged to the fucking finals. And then he left and he went to college and learned how to win. And he played under a great organization that did everything they could. And then he came back. And from that point on, he's controlled his narrative. Do I agree with it? No. Do I wish my players would stay in their hometown teams and win? Yes. Do I think it's something great what Kobe did? Yes. But let's not act like Kobe didn't ask for a trade. And the only reason why he didn't get that trade to Chicago, we all know the story, was because they were trading too many players. So at some point in time, you got to control your career. I think Jordan is the all-time great. He is way better than LeBron on my spectrum. He's here. LeBron's here. Kobe's here. 1, 2, 3. But LeBron, what he has done for the NBA and the influence, we're not going to realize for 20 years. He started a school with like a 97% graduation rate. Like, everybody in the first graduating class went to college. Or like a 97% college graduate or going to college. Like, he didn't start the podcasting, but his shop is fucking amazing. Granted, does he do a whole bunch of stupid ass shit? Yes. Look what he did with his friends. How many people come to the NBA with an entourage full of people? And they bring them down. He put all of his people in position to do what they wanted to do and invested in them. We're going to see more players do that. Regardless of whether you like the player movement or not, it's because LeBron. And yes, Curry stayed with the Warriors. And this is what I think. This is where I think that the player movement and the players' so-called empowerment, whatever the fuck you want to say, taking control of their contracts, has helped out tremendously the NBA, because what are the Mavs doing right now? Before, you would have a team and you were under contract and they could do whatever the fuck they want to. LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers, his first 7 years in the league. They could put you on the back. We've seen multiple teams do this. But now an NBA team knows they have to do everything they can in the first 4 to 5 years of a superstar. He's fucking out of here. I don't think that's bad. It creates movement, and it's not great because we want to keep our players forever. But LeBron's over Kobe. Michael Jordan, top. LeBron, Kobe. And again, how many people have been to 8 straight finals ever? Go ahead, I'll wait. Hasn't happened since 1960s. Since the fucking 60s. LeBron went to 8 straight finals. There are kids that don't know what it's like. If you were born in 2012, 2010, started watching basketball in 2005, all you know was LeBron James or 2015 was LeBron James in the finals. So, yeah, no. Now, again, I like Magic. I think Magic is amazing. I think he was great for the NBA. I think him and Bird started that trend of going better, and Jordan just took it up. But I think a lot of Magic's success, not saying success, but a lot of it is how great of an organization the Lakers are, which is amazing because 2 of your top 3 are from the Lakers. But I can't argue that. Jordan, LeBron, Kobe. That's me. Jeremy, you got anything else you want to talk about before we jump up off this motherfucker?
No.
And by the way, there are no good actors in the NBA. Kevin Durant's movies fucking suck too. All right, so I got to go tend to my wife. See how she's doing? Remember about the party tomorrow?
You have to remind me tomorrow.
I will. So most people will be over there around 2. We're gonna eat food around 4. But I'll text you tomorrow. Okay? Jeremy, whenever you're ready, take us out, buddy.
Put me in, coach.
Peace. Once I can find it.